beautiful. She told me to say that, okay? But coming to the stage is Nicole Casoletta. Hello. Hi. Any of you guys also know where you were conceived? Like the exact location? Yeah, no, because that's like weird, right? I found that out when I was 15 for mine. Family vacation, we're in Las Vegas, we're in the Bally's Hotel, and we are going down an escalator, and my mom is looking around, smiling, and she's like, wow, I haven't been inside this hotel for 15 years. And with all the wide-eyed innocence of a 15-year-old who had never even been kissed yet, I asked, were you pregnant with me when you were here? She was like, well, we were when we left. Ooh, ew, right? It's so gross. Like, that is like arguably the worst age to find out that information. Like, you're old enough to understand the science behind reproduction, but like, I did not need to know that my mom and dad got it on in room 1610 at the Bally's Hotel on their anniversary weekend in February 15 years ago when my mom had a brand new red low-cut dress after hitting drinks on the casino floor, drunk into the same area we were descending down the escalator into. Yeah. Escalator rides in Vegas still make me nauseous. I also know where my brothers were conceived, which is probably a little bit even more weird, right? So the thing is, here's the thing. My parents had a less than 1% chance of having kids. And they went to fertility doctors for 4 years before they had me. And my mom was very open about this struggle and proud that they had the 3 kids that they wanted. So she shared a lot about it. And the thing about being the oldest of the siblings, especially when you're the oldest daughter, you are the bearer of information, the free babysitter, and you also happen to be the executor of the will. And why that is important is my mom recently told me that when she passes, she would like to be cremated. And her ashes divided amongst the 3 siblings, and she wants us all to sprinkle them at our point of conception. Yeah. Oh man, I mean, here's the thing, I got Vegas, which is kind of fun. You can make that into a fun trip, right? The youngest brother, he got the lake house, so very serene setting in Wisconsin. The middle brother got the parking lot of a Waffle House in Rockford, Illinois. Yeah, can you imagine that moment? Like, your sister is the one that informs you of this information, hands you the plastic bag of ashes and sends you off. And now you gotta like say goodbye to mom, like crying and try to block out images in your head of your parents doing it. Yeah, I do kind of feel bad for my parents though. Like 4 years of fertility doctors and they got me. Yeah, I was like the total dork, straight A student, horse girl. I was obsessed with horseback riding. I was a show jumper in the suburbs of Chicago. If I grew up in Kentucky, I would have been cool. This was a niche area of Chicago with a 0 street cred. Yeah. I babysat for 125 hours at $4 an hour to buy myself a saddle. I did not own a horse. Yeah, and I didn't do myself any other favors either. I subscribed to 3 horse magazines. Equus, Horse Illustrated, and Reverse Cowgirl. I'm just kidding on the last one. It's actually, the name of it was Horseplay. Horse Illustrated was super fun though, because every month it had a centerfold. So like my 12-year-old fingers would pry apart those staples, take out that beautiful poster and scotch tape it to the wall. And like on the offhand chance that I finally made a friend who was not another horse girl, we'd go to their house to hang out. I'd be in her room and there would be posters from, Tiger Beat of Jonathan Taylor Thomas and New Kids on the Block posters. And then we'd come back to my room and I'd be like, hey, in that corner there's some like really pretty palominos. Sometimes I'd point out that like striking thoroughbred from the October 94 issue. I never realized how weird I was. I guess, I wasn't a bad kid though. My biggest fault, I used to roll up a towel and put it under like that crack of the door so my parents wouldn't see that I was up late at night reading my horse magazines cover to cover. Yeah, not a lot in common with the kids my age. I guess a little in common with the boys my age, because we were both up late at night under the covers hiding from our parents that we were staring at centerfolds that we wanted to ride. So my parents were actually strict, which I didn't understand because I was a good kid. They had this rule, like, I couldn't date till I was 16. Who was that for? There's almost 700 kids in my graduating class. I was getting asked out by none of them. At a certain point, I was like, is this rule here just to help my self-esteem? Like, you can't be sad about it if you're not allowed to do it, type of a thing. But lo and behold, I finally get asked out by Justin Warnke. Oh my God. He is so hot. This guy. He is so popular. He is on the varsity football team. And he obviously goes to another high school because he has no idea I have the reputation for being a dork. So yeah, we're gonna talk about my first kiss and how it wasn't with Justin Warnke. Because I got a little scared. I mean, this guy had like street cred and had made out with a lot of people, and I didn't want him to know that I didn't know how to kiss. So I all of a sudden started setting up dates, the girl that had none, and I picked Dave Rupsch. And I had to go out with that motherfucker 3 times before I could get my first kiss out of the way, so I wouldn't be afraid of having that first kiss with Justin Warnke, okay? So all I remember from this is that I was on my parents' driveway, my eyes were wide open, and I could feel his taste buds. Yeah, we always like to think our first kiss is gonna be like a love poem. And it kind of was, if it was written on wet paper in Braille. So that's all I got.
Give me up for Nicole.
So stupid. I'm sorry I did that.
Give it up for Nicole Gazoletto. All right, so come to the stage. This lady has